Hey everybody, so this is Price reporting back to you after a somewhat long holiday semi-hiatus, I guess. I was doing a little bit of posting, but not much. Anyways, I did this test a few weeks before the end of the year because I just wanted to kind of assess where I was at. I don't actually do super high rep training for calisthenics, and I tend to do more advanced movements than these. But I thought it would be a easy way to test my relative strength with calisthenics by just doing a simple push-up and bodyweight row test. And so this was not one set per se. This was done over the course of a half hour. I would consider it a giant set from hell because it was essentially, 30 seconds to maybe a minute of rest, but it was essentially one ongoing set. I was more interested in seeing what my absolute limits were in terms of strength endurance. And again, I'm not training specifically for these feats of endurance. This is literally just off the cuff, and it shows what a reasonably advanced calisthenics athlete should be capable of. Again, at this time, I'm weighing about 210 pounds, 6 feet, so definitely a heavy weight by the standards of, calisthenics YouTubers who tend to be on the smaller side. And so keep that in mind that like the absolute weight that I'm moving is probably heavier than a lot of people who would be doing this as well. But it just really shows my fixation with mastery, where I think that often we set the bar way too low in terms of just mastering the basics and building foundation, and then we never really assess whether we've actually like moved beyond the beginning stages. So even though I'm not doing, standard push-ups on the ground, the fact that I have continued to build a stronger and stronger foundation and a stronger skill base has allowed me to reach a very advanced level as far as push-ups go. I don't know exactly what the cutoff was, but I went to strengthlevel.com to kind of get a rough estimate of where I would be at. And it put me, beyond the advanced stage in terms of general push-up performance. It put me at the elite stage. Again, that could be argued that potentially that's just one set without rest, but really, who cares? I mean, this is just an all-out effort. And so I doubt many people are actually doing, 100 plus reps in a row. I mean, you certainly could do it, but you would probably just fatigue yourself before you could actually get to your true maximum if you're just to kind of go continuously with no incremental rest in between. But yeah, as you see about here, I fail at rep 126, and then you can see that my push-up strength is considered elite, whatever that means. Which again, I don't consider myself to really be at an elite level of strength. It just shows how efficient I've become at the movement, and how much I've developed my connective tissue and strength over the years. So yeah, and then here's the kind of the body weight row. Relative to the push-up, it is harder. There is more weight being lifted. It's just a bit more of a challenging leverage. But you can see here I'm still able to force out dozens of reps. And this was actually essentially a continuous giant set with very minimal rest. What's interesting about this is that I was very time constrained when I was doing this attempt. I just had to go. I don't remember what it was actually because I recorded this a few weeks ago, and editing the push-up video was just a huge pain in the ass. I also lost footage of, I did basically a squat attempt to kind of assess my relative leg strength, and I think I hit about 250 reps of bodyweight squats. But frankly, that was just a lot of footage to get through anyways, and it would have been really boring and redundant. Just the point being that my leg strength has stayed at least somewhat comparable to my upper body strength. So, I'm basically able to do about double the reps with bodyweight squats that I would be with push-ups, which I feel like is a decent ratio, and it shows that I haven't entirely neglected my leg training in the pursuit of upper body calisthenics. So yeah, as you can see here, I can just keep cranking out the reps. I do wonder what an all-out effort would be because I was already fatigued from the push-ups, but you do get the idea. And once again, 75 reps takes me to an elite level.